Hello class, today we're going to talk about the surface area of a cone. So let's first recall what a cone looks like. So a cone is a three-dimensional object which has a circular base, and it's what we call the lateral sides is smooth, and it meets at a point which now for the cone we call a vertex. There's a few other characteristics that we will need to know for the surface area of the cone. So from the vertex, if I draw a straight line down to the base and make this line a right angle triangle with the base, and not right angle triangle, sorry, a right angle with the base, we call this distance the height. From the height, you can measure out, because it's at the center of the circle of the base, that distance from the center to the edge of the cone is, because it's a circle, is the radius. And there's one other characteristic that we need to talk about, and that is this distance from the vertex to the base. We call that the slant length. Sometimes you might see in some books called as the slant height, but because this is called a height and so is the other height here, I'm just going to use a slant length. So now, as we're going to talk about today, the surface area, we need to figure out how we get there. So if you recall, the surface area is the amount of surface that surrounds an object, so that if I cut this cone, the surface area is the amount of area of all the objects of the cone laid down flat. So there's two aspects of this cone. There's the base area, which represents a circle. So I'm just going to highlight that in blue. It's this entire area here, okay, that we need to consider for our surface area of the cone. Then there's also the lateral area, which is if I were to cut open this cone and peel apart this side. So that's the lateral area. Now we know the base area because it's just simply a circle. If I had from the center point to the side, if I have this, which is the radius, called R, the base area is simply equal to the equation of the surface area of a circle, which is pi r squared. Now the lateral area will need the height, which we call h, and the slant length, which we'll call s. There's some derivation in it which we don't really need, so I'll just tell you that the lateral area is simply equal to pi r s. Take pi, multiply it by the radius, multiply it by the slant length s. So we need the slant length, not the height in this case. So the total surface area of a cone is simply the area of the circle plus the area of the lateral sides. So the end equation of the surface area of the cone is simply pi r squared plus pi r s. Okay, so that's the equation you need to know for this lesson. You can add that to your angle property chart. Have fun!